This game is amazing, and I know maybe a couple years ago I had videos on Elden Ring, right? When Elden Ring first came out, I put basically hundreds of hours into it. I did everything you could do pretty much. You know what I mean? It was so epic, and I knew at the time, I was like, dang, games like this don't come every single day. You know what I mean? They're still rare. You know what I mean? There's always like loot boxes and all this other stuff. Lately, we haven't even got a lot of loot boxes, I don't think. I mean, gacha games are always gonna have some type of loot system, but I don't even actually see them in a lot of newer games. I mean, if you think about like a lot of newer games, you got like the Resident Evil 4 remake. You know, we've had so many good games this year, like Warhammer 40k. There was no loot boxes in that, and a lot of other stuff actually. Maybe they're starting to learn that nobody likes loot boxes. You know what I mean? But Elden Ring is such an amazing game, and I remember talking about it before. And I was like, man, it was so amazing. And whenever I first started Elden Ring, you know, when you first started, you have a little map, you know, and I didn't know what to expect because I got it day one, so there was no info on it or anything. You know what I mean? And typically, the way I like to do games is just, you know, do everything by myself. I don't like to look up any guides or any of that kind of stuff, and especially the first playthrough. I just like to kind of, you know, just go wherever and then just take my time and enjoy it. Well, as soon as I started getting to some places, I realized the map would eventually get bigger and bigger, and I was like, what the heck?